live on your tablet, phone, and the KUTV app. This is 2 News Live.
Thanks for joining us for 2 News Live. I'm Heidi Hatch. It is Friday, January 19th. We're going in depth tonight on what's been happening right now at the Capitol since the start of the legislative session this week. Before we dive in, though, a look at what's making headlines tonight. First up, District Attorney Sim Gill says a recent officer-involved shooting in West Jordan was justified. It was back in April of last year. Police shot and killed 30-year-old Michael Kenneth Lee. It started when officers received a report about people trying to break into cars. Police made contact with Lee, and that's when Gill says he used a stolen gun to shoot them. Officers fired back and killed the man. Salt Lake City police now looking for the suspect in a shooting that took place this morning. It happened just before 7. According to police, the victim was picked up near 1000 West, 100 South, and driven to the Maverick at 200 West and North Temple in a white SUV. It's not clear at this point if the victim and the SUV driver knew each other. Police are still trying to figure out where that shooting took place. The victim expected to recover. Actor Alec Baldwin is facing some new charges in New Mexico tied to a movie set shooting back in 2021. A grand jury indicted Baldwin today on involuntary manslaughter for the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins while filming the movie Rust. Baldwin says he pulled back the hammer but not the trigger, and the gun fired. Special prosecutors dismissed charges last April after learning the gun may have malfunctioned, but new analysis determined the trigger had to have been pulled or depressed. President Biden signed a bill keeping the government open. The bill passed by Congress yesterday keeps the government funding going through March 1st and March 8th. This is just kicking the can down the road. It's the third extension as budget talks have come up against stiff opposition. Some conservative lawmakers were furious about this move, many pledging to hold up future legislation in retaliation. And as we go in depth tonight, you can always get in touch with us during the show. Use the hashtag 2NewsLive to join the conversation. You can always find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can send me a direct message to weigh in. It's TV Heidi Hatch wherever you go. Well, the Utah State House took a big step forward today on 2 big bills. One will move diversity, equity, and inclusion language from higher education, public schools, and government offices. The second places specific guidelines on who could use specific bathrooms and locker rooms. Brian Malahy was at the Capitol for today's votes. And Brian, the bathroom bill was mostly a party line vote?
Yeah, mostly a party line vote. There were 3 Republican state reps who voted with the Democrats against it, but it easily passed the House today because this bill has been on a fast track here at the legislature. There's a sense up here that majority lawmakers want to get through some of this controversial language, some of these controversial measures sooner rather than later. So here we are, 4 days in, and this measure has already passed the House.
Inclusion, there's a lot of talk about it nationally, and it's seen some headway here in the Utah legislative session.
Yeah, a bill also passed the House today. This is the Equal Opportunities Initiatives. That's the name of the bill. It essentially, though, gets rid of DEI language, diversity, equity, inclusion language, and programs in universities and also schools and in some government operations as well. So the sponsor of the bill today, Representative Katie Hall, was asked, well, does this mean that you can use, are you able to use even the term diversity, equity, and inclusion? And she said no. So this would change to student success and support. Republicans say this is all about inclusion, actually. Even though you're eliminating the word inclusion, this measure is more inclusive in that it provides fairness for all students. It provides fairness in hiring for public positions. The governor talked about, listen, people are being asked to sign application statements or make application statements before they're even hired for a job. And those application statements, according to him, are political. The Democrats say this actually is discriminatory in that it doesn't protect people who have not had an equal footing thus far. And the Democrats say minorities are still facing trouble and inequity in the system at large, if you will, in hiring, in education, et cetera, and that this bill doesn't help. In fact, it hurts. So you have two very different views here. Everybody says they want the same thing. They don't want any discrimination. They want people to be treated fairly. Republicans say this bill does it. Democrats say it doesn't.
All right, Brian, certainly an emotional one as people are talking about it. We'll keep our eye on this as it moves through the session. Thanks for joining us as the legislative session continues. Stay with 2 News. We'll be tracking the bills and the issues that impact you and your family. Download our 2 News app for breaking news alerts from the Capitol. Soon you may not have to go very far to watch a Major League Baseball game. The Oakland A's are looking for a temporary home in time for next season, and Utah leaders rolling out the red carpet hoping they'll choose the Beehive State. Christian Sita spent the day looking into the story. And Christian, what'd you learn about the plans for the A's to come to Salt Lake? I think a lot of people would be super excited to take their kids to an MLB game.
Yeah, very exciting time here in Salt Lake City. I did talk to a few neighbors who told me it'd be really exciting to have a Major League team play here in Salt Lake City. The stadium right behind me, the Smith's ballpark won't have the Bees playing there this season. So neighbors, are pretty excited to hear that might be a possibility. The A's did say last year that their plans are to move to Las Vegas, but that stadium won't be complete until 2028. So they're looking for a temporary home, which could possibly be Salt Lake City.
Well, it certainly would be fun to see it happen. Christian, have you been to an MLB game before?
I've never been. I'd be really excited. Hopefully they do come out here and, we can all enjoy some baseball, some peanuts, and a great time.
All right, we'll make it a KUTV 2 News family date if it happens. All right, Christian, thanks so much. So when would a final decision have to be made? We're going to get into that. You've got more of it on KUTV.com. Hey, we want to hear from you at home right now. How many games would you attend if the Oakland A's moved temporarily to Salt Lake City? You can scan the QR code on your screen. Actually, it went away. We're going to let you know exactly how you voted coming up in just a minute. Right now, though, we want to talk. Oh, here we go. We've got it back again. The viewer poll. 59% say you'd go to at least some games. 21% say you'll buy season tickets. Season tickets probably not possible if it's just for a little while. But again, you can scan the QR code there. 16% say, meh, I don't care about baseball. We'll see what happens there. Hey, check out these photos. Utah Highway Patrol says a sheet of ice and snow came off a trailer, hit a pickup truck. The cars were going opposite directions on SR 32. This is Summit County earlier this week. You can see here the windshield shattered, but luckily somehow the driver only has minor injuries. Can't imagine how scary that'd be. UHP says this is a good reminder to always remove snow and ice off your car before you drive anywhere. Well, a lot of that snow and ice in the valleys has been melting. It's been crazy warm the last couple of days. Are we going to continue that?
The warmth?
Yes.
Yes, I think so. I mean, at least compared to where we were last week, the warm weather is going to continue over the next couple of days. We'll be in the 40s for the most part, but check out Hidden Peak. Today, 32 degrees. That was their high temperature up at 11,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get to that forecast. And I've got a chart of national highs for today. And let's see where else was just as warm as 11,000 feet here in Utah. Well, not many places because it was really cold in parts of the center part of the country today. 34 in Denver, that's pretty close. 31 in Memphis is about equal to where we were up at the top of Hidden Peak today. 14 was your daytime high in Chicago, 7 in Minneapolis, 5 in Bismarck. We hit 50 here in Salt Lake City, 77 down in Phoenix, so a really warm day across the Southwest. Across the state today, 38 in Logan, 37 in Rock Springs, 37 in Provo. So there's a pretty big difference here between Salt Lake City and Provo. And as a result, we haven't had that mixing down in Utah County, nor some of our neighboring counties in Davis and Weber County. So we've had moderate air quality there, good air quality here in Salt Lake City, and good air quality out in the Uinta Basin. Now we've got a storm off to our west, and it's not really going to impact us in any huge ways. Really, this storm's going to ram into the Sierra Nevadas in California and dump a good amount of snow and water on top of them, and we'll just get a couple pieces of it as the weekend goes on. So cloud cover today and through the night tonight, and then we'll see some showers pop up early tomorrow afternoon, especially across the southwestern part of the state. Those showers move into our area here in northern Utah right around 7 o'clock. And it's going to be a valley rain, mountain snow event, so we're not going to have to worry about shoveling in most areas over the weekend, as those temperatures will be in the 40s. And then a more widespread event starts right around 5 a.m. on Sunday for the southwestern part of the state. And this one's going to affect mostly central and southern Utah. And that's where they need the moisture the most. It is going to be valley rain and mountain snow, but we'll get a couple of little pieces up here in the mountains, and that's going to add to our snow totals. And we've got another storm, another weak one headed in Monday afternoon through Tuesday. So it's going to stay active enough to keep the atmosphere mixing a bit, and we're not going to see terrible air quality over the next couple of days, but not so terribly active that it's going to impact your travel plans across the state as we head through the weekend. Future snowfall amounts between Sunday morning, generally light across the state. This is the smaller storm of the two, the one that rolls in Saturday through Sunday morning. Then we get a little bit of a break, and then the Sunday storm moves in, and that's where we could see those snow totals add up. 6 to 12 inches indicated here just to the east of Cedar City. 2 inches potentially in Beaver, maybe a dusting to 1 inch here across portions of I-15 through central Utah. Southeastern Utah also getting a little bit of snow out of that storm as well. In St. George, mid-50s tomorrow, drizzle, a little bit cooler on Sunday with a better chance for widespread rain lasting through Monday, and even Tuesday picking up some rain as well. And it looks like we clear out things as we head towards the rest of the week. Those highs starting to creep up towards 60 degrees. Salt Lake City, we're in the mid-40s here through the weekend. A couple showers here Saturday and Sunday, can't rule those out. Monday, mostly cloudy skies, potentially a chance of a little bit of snow mixing in late Tuesday. And then Wednesday, 43 degrees, cloudy skies, mix of rain and snow on Thursday as well. But for the most part, we're staying mild. Look at that normal high, 39 degrees, and we'll be in the low 40s with those overnight lows staying above freezing. So a little bit of a thaw coming our way for the next week, if not more.
All right, I'll enjoy a thaw while it lasts. All right, Trent, thank you. Remember, when Trent's not around, you can download the 2 News weather app to know about changes in your neighborhood. Get updated forecast live radar right on your phone. The app is free and easy to download. All right, looking at some weather in a different area, Japan's space agency says its unmanned spacecraft is officially on the moon. Japan's hoping to make the world's first pinpoint landing, which promises greater control than any previous moon landing. A successful landing would make Japan the 5th country to land on the moon after the U.S., Russia, China, and India. A reminder that you can find KUTV 2 News live on your phone, your tablet, or your computer. You can stream our newscasts on the KUTV mobile app, Stir, News On, and YouTube. They're all free to download in the Apple App Store or on Google Play. Thanks so much for watching 2 News Live. We'll have more here Monday through Friday at 5:30. We hope you can join us again for more in-depth conversations. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again here on 2 News Live again on Monday.